Having said that, today is gentle yoga, so we're going to be mat-based, down on the floor pretty much. So sitting up nice and tall, taking a moment to settle. Breathing in and out through the nose. Find the sitting bones, press them down into the floor. Let them support you as you sit up a little taller. And in particular, as you exhale, press down through the floor. Earthing yourself, grounding yourself. And let's start with some circles, so right ear to right shoulder, slowly taking chin to chest, slowly taking left ear to left shoulder, and then coming up and over. And then changing directions. Noticing where you feel that as you circle. And then coming slowly to center and starting to circle the shoulders. So most of our day, as far as I can see from my own life and witnessing those that I know and share my life with, most of us spend most of our time in a rush, in a hurry. I'm not sure what it is we're in such a rush for, but let's do these circles like we're not in a rush. Let's play the game of actually there's enough time. How does that feel? Can you feel a difference? Take the elbows and circle. And really, our morning practice is it's almost like a love letter to our bodies. A little checking in and reminding ourselves that we're quite good friends with our bodies, really. They're kind of our allies. And then inhale, full arm extensions. Well, it doesn't always feel true, but can we encourage ourselves to actually befriend our bodies? Because we wouldn't be living this life unless we had one. And some magnificent plunks and clicks going on inside my body right now. And then bringing your hands to your knees, circling your heart. Giving your spine the opportunity to talk and feel and experience these circles. Really lucky you get a couple of clunks along the way, changing direction. And coming back to center, let's take arms up overhead. Fold elbows, holding onto either elbow. Be sure that the neck is still easy and relaxed. You're creating a framework around the head. The elbows are pulling apart, the hands are drawing together. And as you inhale, let your tummy expand. And as you exhale, pull the tummy back towards the spine. Maybe you can hear your breath as you drop into Ujjayi breath. And then leaning to one side, letting that top elbow lift you up taller. A little bit of side stretching. And coming back to center and letting the right elbow, or whichever elbow is highest for you, come taller. And do the same again on each side. And then bringing your arms down, interlinking fingers and hands behind your back, pressing the palms away, opening up the front of the chest as you lift your gaze. Breathe into the front of your heart. And then releasing your arms and taking them forwards and wrapping them around yourself as if you're giving yourself a hug. You might find you're able to take your fingers and just find the line of your shoulder blade and almost tuck your fingers underneath your shoulder blade. A little bit of a massage bonus there. And then holding onto your shoulder blade, drop your heart back. Bring your chin towards your chest and breathe into the back of your heart. Feel free to use the pads of your fingers to press and explore how it feels there. I know when I'm doing massage on someone, that territory, that space just tucked inside the shoulder blade is usually a really good place to massage. Okay, and then coming back to center, bringing your hands down. You might even feel quite different already. Bring your right hand to the floor, reach your left arm up. Get as much space from one hand to the other as you can, as much distance. And then as you exhale, walk the bottom hand away, soften the elbow, reach the top arm overhead so the palm faces the floor. And bring both sitting bones into the mat. Looking down at the earth, bring your hand down to the floor. So you're leaning over your knee, a little side stretch. And then inhale, bringing the arm back up again. Get some distance between the hands as you separate the arms wide. And we'll do the same on the other side. So left hand comes down, right hand up. Make some space first, and then let the bottom hand come a little bit away. Soften the elbow as the top arm comes over. Deliberately pressing both sitting bones into the floor, and that gives you some height as you do that. Notice how it feels to breathe a deep breath here. And then looking down at the floor, bringing that top hand down. And leaning across into a side forward bend. So you're hovering just above your knee. Bringing the hand all the way up again. We're going to do that again on each side. So coming over, get some height first. Exhale as the arm comes alongside the ear. And then bringing the hands down. Forward fold. Inhale as you come up. Arms wide apart. Switching sides. Top arm comes alongside ear, both sitting bones down in the ground. And then hands down to the floor. Inhaling as you come up. And coming back to neutral. Bring the soles of the feet together. Hold on to the toes. And let the knees bounce out to the side. Inhale as you sit up, and as you exhale, fold forward, chin towards chest. Coming into a forward bend. Inhale as you come up, let the feet go further forward. So you're creating a diamond shape with your legs. Bring your hands to your knees. Inhale as you sit up, and as you exhale, slide your hands down towards your toes, coming into a forward bend. Inhale as you come back up. And we're going to come and lie on our tummies. And so, lying down on your tummy, let's start by making a nest with your arms, turning your head to one side. And letting yourself really connect with the floor. Maybe you can connect with the earth beneath the floor. And then lifting one leg up. Point the toe, stretch through that leg, let it become longer, and then place it back down. And we'll do the same on the other side. So other leg lifts, let the toes move away from the torso, and then place the leg down. See if you can make a bit more space in your hip joint. And then bringing your forehead to the floor, take your hands either side of your chest, and just walk your ribs further forward to the front of the mat. So this soft space between the ribcage and the pelvis gets as much room as possible. And then lay your forehead down on the floor. We're going to bring our arms to our sides, palms facing upwards. And for this first part, the lower half of the body stays connected to the floor. You can reach the hands so they're just an inch or so off the floor, fingers drawing back towards heels. Press the pelvis into the floor. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, just lift the collarbones, the chest. You might even get some of the lower ribs up off the floor. And exhale as you come down. And we're all different. I've got really strong back muscles, which brings its own problems. But so don't think you have to go as high as I do. Go to the place that feels good for you. You want to stay away from anything that pinches. Exhale as you come down. Third time, inhaling as you come up. And let's stay here for a little bit. And maybe you can pick your feet up off the floor as well. Exhaling as you calm down. Let's bring our arms out to the side into cactus. And turn your head. Let's turn your head to face the left. And then the right hand is just going to edge up maybe an inch or two. So it's a little higher than the left hand. And then you're going to bring the left hand in line with your chest so the elbow is actually up off the floor now. This is your kickstand. And we're going to keep the legs straight as we roll over to the right hand side and get the opportunity to stretch through the chest, the armpit, the shoulder. And coming back down. Forehead to the floor. Level the elbows off so you're in cactus again. And then left hand is just going to rise a couple of inches so it's higher than the right hand. The right hand's going to come in line with the chest so the elbow is off the floor. You're going to roll onto your left hand side, using the right hand to support you, keeping the legs straight if you can. The head can stay on the floor. And then lowering yourself back down onto your front. And we're going to take our arms either side, so forehead on the floor again. Take your hands behind your back and interlink your fingers. And press the palms away. Lift the gaze, press the hips into the floor, and inhale as you come up. Feet are staying on the floor this time. Keep the neck easy as you exhale and come back down. Release the arms. So you can choose here. If you've got a history of lower back problems, then keep your arms at your side. If you have a strong back and you want to take it further, bring your arms either side of your ears, palms facing one another. So two options, either arms ahead or arms at your side. You know what's right for you. Press the pelvis into the floor. And as you inhale, both arms and feet come up. Try to keep the spine long. Exhale as you come back down. And you're going to come up onto your forearms. So a little bit of Sphinx pose. And again, you can see if you can edge your ribcage a little further forward. Keep the neck easy. It's so tempting, isn't it, to sink into your collar like this so your shoulders come up to your ears. But you want to feel more like a swan, less like a, sparrow. And pressing into the palms, perhaps you're going to straighten the arms. They're not locking the elbows there. They're all flexible and soft with fluid, remember. And exhale as you come back down. And then bend the knees, toes together. Sometimes it's nice to have the knees slightly further apart to do that. Press down through the palms. You can either keep the elbows on the floor, that's perfect for some bodies, or you can start to press through the hands and come up. Exhale as you come back down, straightening the legs. And we're going to take your weight onto your right arm, so bring the forearm into the middle of the mat. And then we're going to roll over to the side. And this bottom arm is going to become square so that you're comfortable. And you're just going to press down through the forearm, lift out through the collar, and take a nice side stretch here. The left hand can just stabilize you. So no sinking down into that bottom shoulder. There's a very much an uplift that comes from your foundation. And then rolling back onto your front. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So left arm comes to the center of the mat. As you roll over onto your left hand side, the right hand supports you. Sweep the left hand round so it's level with the short edge of the mat. And lie on your side, pressing down through the arm to give you some height through the collar. And then lowering yourself down onto your tummy again. Laying your forehead on the floor. Bend your knees and catch hold of your feet. So perhaps your knees want to be further apart again for this. So this is frog pose. Thighs stay connected to the floor, hips stay connected to the floor, chest stays connected to the floor. And you're just going to bend the elbows up towards the sky and pull the toes in towards your shoulder blades. And the more you press your hips into the floor here, the more you're going to get that stretch through the thigh. And using your thumbs to just quietly, gently massage the outer edge of your foot, so the little toe edge of your foot. See if you can find any spots that want to be massaged. Never one to miss an opportunity for a massage. And then bringing your hands around the inside of your feet. Kick your feet into your hands, press your hips into the floor, and come up, looking just ahead to the front of the mat. And breathe here. Exhale as you come down. Take your hands either side of your chest. Press through your hands as you sit back on your heels. You have your knees apart, your toes together, and then it's super comfy to lay yourself down between your thighs. Arms outstretched. Walking your hands over to the right, pushing the left sitting bone away. And then inhaling back to center. Walking all the way over to the left, pushing the right sitting bone away. And coming back through to center, we'll come up to sitting. Legs straight out in front of you. If you like to perch on the edge of a cushion just to give your pelvis some support, then do. Toes pointing upwards. Find your sitting bones. Press your heels away. Bring your hands either side of your hips. And then circle your shoulders up, round and down. Draw the lower tummy in, so that you're supporting your spine, and remind yourself of your pelvic floor muscles. This pose really is about the pelvic floor muscles. Okay, and then you're welcome to soften your knees a little. Inhale, reach your arms up. And as you exhale, come into a forward fold. Bringing your hands over the tops of your toes so the palms of your hands lie on the soles of your feet. And the feet can push against the hands whilst the hands pull back against the feet. So they have a relationship. Inhaling as you come back up. Take your hands behind your back, fingers pointing towards your sitting bones. Point your toes. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. As you soften your elbows, push into the hands. Lift the hips. Let the toes move down towards the floor. Maybe dropping your head back or maybe looking along the length of your body. Trying to lift your heart and your hips. Exhaling as you come down. Bringing the soles of the feet in towards you. Taking hold of the toes. Bring your thumbs to the inside of your feet. So imagine your feet are pages of a book and you are opening the pages up. Inhale as you sit up, and as you exhale, fold forward, chin to chest. Crown of head moving down towards the pages of your book that are your feet. Inhale as you come back up. Cross your ankles. Hands to heart. Let the eyelids drop as you notice how that feels to be in your body. Maybe you can stay there in your body for the rest of the day today. The love inside of me sees the love inside of you. Namaste.